Red green 59. At this time, guys, I'm getting ready to make lunch, so get ready for that. I'm making lunch right now, so if you're beeping, that's the oven, because I'm making lunch now. I know it's early, but yeah, I'm making lunch.
This is Red Green. In today's episode, Harold gives a drive-by science lesson, Bill has a cold can of pop, and I turn a car into a bicycle.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
Here's the man I call uncle, my uncle, husband to the woman I call aunt, favorite and only brother to the man I call dad. Here he is, Red Green! Welcome all you to the show. How are you today, Harold? Ever excellent, as always. Yeah, that's right. You don't get sick, do you, Harold? You're more of a carrier. I'm not just a carrier, I'm a laser transporter.
Whoa! That's new.
Well, we've had a bit of fun this week up at the lodge. The guys were looking at some of that bungee jumping, you know, where they tie a big jock strap on your ankle and hit you off the bridge, you know. And then the blood all rushes to your head, you damn near kill yourself, it makes you feel young again, apparently. You know, actually, that bungee jumping is not safe, and it's been banned in a lot of areas. Cement areas, I think. Well, of course, we can't afford the real official bungee jumping gear or anything, but Junior Sinkman got the idea that if you climb to the top of a real springy tree, like, you know, a willow or something, you know,
Willow.
and you say you tie your foot off to the top branch and you just die, I mean, it's got to be the same effect, really, you know. You got to be a pretty good idiot to do that. Well, thanks for volunteering, Harold. But we got a whole lineup of guys ahead of you. In fact, they're waiting for this rope, so maybe we should get on with the show. Oh, yeah, okay, sure, excellent. Because we have a superiorly excellent show for you this evening. Pretty much the same as all the others, as far as I know. There's no understanding of the television business.
Zigzaggy.
Obviously. I often look back as I get older at the fun we had with Murphy's Boulder. The 6 feet across must have weighed 9 tons, round and smooth as a baby's bun.
I wonder.
And lean against it. It was like a friend who was solid and true. Then after dark we roll it into the lake and watch folks smack into it really, really hard.
Handyman Corner.
This week on Handyman Corner, we're going to show you something that you can do with that old wreck of a car that you may have sitting out on your front lawn today, or perhaps wedged into the garden shed. Now, up here at the lodge, of course, when a car gets too dangerous to drive, we just sell it to another member.
Fan belt, alternator.
But what do you do when a car literally falls to pieces? Sell it as a kit car?
Steering wheel. What that thing is. Muffler. Mirror.
Now, a lot of people
Junk.
would see this big pile of crap and figure, well, this is no longer a viable means of transportation. But a lot of people are not me. I look at this stuff.
Headlight. Manifold.
I say, with a little elbow grease and some imagination, I can build myself a free 10-speed bicycle.
Bonnet. There's the bonnet.
Golly, if the motor hadn't seized up, I could build a moped. All right. The first thing you need to make yourself a two-wheel bicycle, of course, is 2 wheels. I got 4 to choose from, so I threw the 2 ugly ones away, and I got Harold's toothbrush and cleaned all the roadkill out of the treads of these.
Oh, red.
You want to make sure that there's no leaks in these things, so what you do is you take the tire and just stick her down into a bucket of water and watch for the bubbles coming to the surface, sort of like old man Sedgwick in Possum Lake. You just put that down there easy as you try. Oh, it's a little small for.
He smushed the bucket with a tire.
Alright, well, we'll assume there's no leaks there. Now I'm gonna need to make a frame for the bicycle. I know this will work right here.
A muffler?
System out of the unit. That should be it.
Muffler? What's the muffler? I like to ask him how often he actually got hurt in the show.
No wonder gas stations are so messy. Alright, take a hacksaw, and you want to start hacking this thing up. You'll need 3 2-foot lengths and 2 3-foot lengths. So that's 3 2s and 2 3s, which is a full house, I believe.
He's hammering it with a saw.
Boy, hacksaws are fragile things, aren't they?
An axe against a muffler.
Alright, so once you got your pipe cut, you got enough pieces now to start building your frame. You know, you might just want to file those edges a little smoother, especially if you ride a bike in shorts. Put all the pieces together, you could use stove bolts, or could use a welding torch, or you could use, that's right,
Duct tape.
handyman's secret weapon, duct tape.
I want to see what you do, Red, because I'm curious.
Another roll there, Harold. And there you have it. And if that isn't a real head.
Okay, that's not bad.
I don't know what is.
It's
Now,
not
this
that.
muffler is a dandy place to hold water for you long-distance riders who can't hold your water. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what am I going to use for pedals? Here we go. How about window winders?
Oh, okay.
And then for a chain, now, how much? Here we go. Here we are. We'll just run a fan belt from the pulley up to another pulley, and there we go there. And as far as the gears go and whatever, cars are full of gears. Gears everywhere in a car. That's
What the heck's that?
You see, the secret is to make do with what you have. This is not just recycling, it's bicycling. So I'll get this all ready together, but it's going to take a little while. Why don't you go back to the show, and when I got her all done, I'll
Oven's
go
done.
back in here and
Open the oven.
get the show off.
And now it's that part of the show where we expose the 3 little words that find so hard to say, I don't know. And here now is the expert, my Uncle Red, and of course, his good friend, Mr. Hap Shaughnessy, local fisherman and raconteur. Alright, dear expert, there's a guy at work that drives us all crazy. Whenever he tells you something, it's so full of lies and exaggerations that you can't believe any of it. What's with this guy?
Oh, we know who that is.
Well, Hap, this sounds like it's more in your area.
Well, it's a self-confidence problem, isn't it? People who stretch the truth, generally trying to make themselves more important than they really are, just to make up for their poor self-image.
That's very insightful.
Yeah, that's what Sigmund Freud told me.
Sigmund Freud, you dummy.
But the very worst bragger and boaster that I ever met was on one of our climbs up Everest. We had 7 attempts. All of them were successful. But you should have heard this guy and the stories that came out of his mouth. Space expedition, running the 2-minute mile, playing billiards. The Pope, I happen to know the Pope only plays stripes and solids. But this guy got to me so much, I had to leave the tent. Had to get out of there and sleep on the glacier. Better to risk another encounter with the abominable snowman than spend any more time with this man.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from there, Hap.
But of course, I didn't expect the avalanche. 350,000 tons of snow cleaved off that mountain and landed right on my knee. The bad knee. Well, I wanted to scream, but some of the crew was still sleeping, so I quietly just tried to dig myself out of it. And after a few hours, I came upon this guy, this same guy, lying there unconscious, his head stuck in an ice crevice, and I had a 7-pound pick with me, and I could have chipped him out. But I couldn't guarantee he'd still have ears.
Right now, I would envy someone without ears.
Yeah. So, I tried this little trick that I learned during the war from de Gaulle. I melted the guy out of there. You know, the pot of hot coffee and a turkey baster.
And how about your self-confidence, Hap? You think you have a poor self-image?
Used to. Before I was knighted.
Knighted by the Queen.
Don't ask. It is spring. The bears emerge from hibernation, desperate for cohabitation. The birds fly home to mate and nest. The salmon return to spawn and rest. The deer come back to rut and roam. What I'm saying is, hi, honey, I'm home. And,
Wow, Red.
She's pretty well all rigged up, looking pretty good, isn't it? Got the horn on here. I call that the Matterhorn because it's a mountain bike. And I put reflectors all over the back and so forth, so you can do some night riding. And I've got the light on the front here. And remember the old-fashioned generators you down your bike? Well, actually that one is an alternator.
Same purpose.
She's pretty well set to go. A little wind indicator right into the seat. Makes sense. And let's just take her for a spin.
That's gonna.
Okay, that muffler's still a little bit warm. Gotta watch for that. Once we found her something, I'll just climb right up.
Red. It disintegrated.
Alright, I'll check a few things up. Maybe I need another couple of rolls of duct tape. I'll take care of that. Maybe thin out the frame and what have you, and fix her all up. And I think she'll look quite a bit different by the time I do this properly. I'll just make cut, and that's all it takes.
An actual bicycle.
I've made this into a really lovely 10-speed bike that coincidentally looks exactly like Harold's bike. That's how good the job I've done. Right down to the name on it and even the dents. Just amazing. I'm pretty proud of that. Anyway, remember, women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy. Harold, we've traded bikes, by the way. Harold. Well, as it turns out, the diameter of the tree and the springiness didn't turn out to be nearly as important as, say, the strength of the rope.
Whoa, what happened to the rest of the rope?
Well, a lot of it is still tangled around the top of the tree, and the rest is kind of knotted around Moose's nether regions.
Ooh.
Boy, that must have really hurt when Moose hit the ground because he's, a big eater.
Yeah, he's a big faller, too.
55 outside.
He was doing a swan dive there, and I believe he'd be hitting about a Mach 4 when he struck pay dirt. Luckily, he landed on that pile of scrap iron and bricks we had left. Remember when the propane tank went up? Yeah, so that kind of broke his fall. But he hit so hard that he actually cracked the Earth's crust.
Is the planet going to be okay?
Oh, it'll heal, Harold. But when we all stopped laughing and so on, we went over to him and we rolled him over, and there was like an underground cavern there.
A grotto?
Well, it was for a while. We looked closer, and it wasn't just a cavern. It was an abandoned mine.
A mine?
Yeah.
This is excellent. That's great. What, like a gold mine? A platinum mine. Platinum could be a diamond mine.
Ooh.
Diamond mine would be rich.
Platinum.
Would be rich. It could be a diamond mine. This is exciting.
Yeah, and I think it all started with something as harmless as tree diving.
Go figure.
Wow.
There's a secret to survival that all woods to know, and I'm about to pass it on to you. Never run when you can walk, never stand when you can lie, and never lie when a half-truth or in fact not answering at all will do.
Adventures with Bill.
This week's Adventures with Bill, he invited me to come down and have a little picnic out behind the lodge, which I thought we really got some ice cream cones there, so I love ice cream, but it was a beautiful day, and something I just mean a hot summer day.
It melted all.
some butter there and... Alright, now at this point we're starting to get some ice cubes and... Yes, I see. I think what Bill is trying to say here is that the sun melts stuff. Now Bill apparently was going to teach me some highly secret scientific principles, which is how you can make a refrigerator out in the woods. Okay, so he puts all the stuff that he wants to keep cool inside and then clean off the table. Oh my gosh. And then it's like a potato bag, burlap bag. I've been worse, I could have been standing over there. And then you thread the rope up through here, and now this is real interesting, because what you're going to do is you're going to cover up all that stuff, put the thing right over top of it, and that keeps it, and I figure, okay, that's the shade, you're going to keep it in the shade. No, you hang it up in a tree so that the animals, I guess, can't get it and what have you. And now to keep it cool, you need some sort of, oh, luckily he had a pipe right in his pants there, and then he's using one of my, how did that, oh well. He's using that as a kind of a wick thing, and then he puts water in the plate. I think it's called capillary action. Takes the water down through the, well...
What the heck? Oh, he's doing?
Gravity action. Anyway, that keeps it cool. The water evaporates or something. I don't know how it works, but apparently it works real well. I guess not all that well. And here's another thing. This is a bag that's got all holes in a mesh bag. He's showing those fingers in there. We're going to try and put some to pop the soda in.
Ooh.
Alright. It's cooler already, so it's working. I puts all the cans of soda pop in there and take them down, and the idea here is you tie a rope to it and you throw it out into the lake. You know, where it's cooler at the bottom and so on, and actually it should be, there's a couple of fridges down there, I think. Alright, well I'm gonna help him out. I understand this is not very scientific, this one. The water's cooler in the air, it's gonna keep the pop cool, so I tell Bill to hold on to the rope. Well, I should have told him, my fault, I should have told him to walk to the end of the rope. Wow! He's scientific, he's not smart. Now we go back and we wait for the pop to cool. And we wait there 5, 6, it was probably around 7 seconds, I guess. And then we decided we worked up a pretty powerful there. So Bill hauls it in. And how hard in there, Bill? Ho, heave, ho, heave. Oh, no, boy. That's a scary sight. Anyway, she comes and we each get out a can of pop. Of course, she's been shaking up pretty good there, so I forgot that Bill took a big laugh out of me here because I covered myself with the stupid Bill. Oh, that's funny, the Bill. What? Yours okay?
Whoa!
Now here's something for young minds.
Nothing. Not watching that part.
Sorry, Harold. I couldn't stop them. They were big girls. You know, they say that the young people are the future of this country. Well, I saw some young people today hanging out at Murray's store. And from what I can tell, the future is going to be bald on the sides with a long piece of hair on the top, spit, swear, smoke, and wear pants that are 5 sizes too big for it. I said to them, boy, if you people are the future, I'm glad I'll be dying soon. And they seem pleased about themselves.
Four.
Was that extra club there, Bob?
Oh, all right. No, I was conducting an air density test for the Department of Natural Resources. You see how that drifted and then caught a thermal? It's very important in environmental data stuff. I just did the same test with a ball.
Oh, sorry.
4.
Hold on, Bob. The problem is you can't read the wind speed thermal stuff and hit the ball at the same time. So I'll do the easy part.
All right. No, I ran into there's a sand trap on the left side, so try and stay on the right side.
Yeah. All right.
4.
That's right on the green, Red.
Yeah.
That's good too. Listen, would you? Let me take that, would you? Like to finish my round for me?
No.
Did you get the wind information needed from the ball there?
Oh, yeah, well, don't worry about that. We've got 35 more holes to play.
You know, Bob, I wanted to ask you, do you know anything about an old mine over on the east side of the lodge, maybe a long time ago?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they closed that mine about 50 years ago. It was an old coal mine. It never produced enough coal to pay for itself, so of course they sold it to the government.
Oh, it's an old coal mine. Okay.
Well, everybody and his brother had a suggestion about what to do with the old mine shaft. Make it into a garbage dump. Store nuclear missiles. Make an underground skyscraper. Sneaky Peterson here wants to put an outhouse over it. He won't have to move for 1,000 years.
Uncle Red, did you happen to read my suggestion?
No, I haven't yet, Harold, but why, we got one. We got a funny one. This guy. What it is, this guy. This guy says, why don't you use the mine shaft as a time capsule? Oh, sorry, Harold. Sorry. Old man Cedric now, he said what he would like to do is he'd like to mine gasoline.
How would that work?
Well, it wouldn't, Harold, basically. But it just goes to show what we already knew, which is old man Cedric doesn't know his gas from a hole in the ground.
Meeting time.
Oh, that's it, Uncle Red. It's meeting time.
Harold, you go ahead. I'll break down.
Okay.
Well, that's about our show for this time. So if my wife is watching, I'll be coming straight home after the meeting. And I think I found an ideal retirement home for the parents as long as they don't mind a small pool.
2 points.
Yeah, on behalf of myself and Harold and the whole gang up here at Possum Lodge, thanks for watching and keep your stick on the ice.
Oh, this is too fun. That's in 59.